MultimediaJay radio style.
The Retro Reel. Yeah, a series that a lot of folks don't really understand why in the world I do that. Why not just leave the old videos up? You know, basically what Retro Reel is, it's older videos of mine that aren't relevant as far as their content goes, but that are reintroduced with some historical context to them so that people know what in the world's going on, stuff like that. Because there are trolls on YouTube out there who actually they troll old videos. They'll go to somebody's channel, right? They'll sort the videos oldest to newest, and then they'll just troll the living daylights out of the oldest video they can find. Like someone ranting about the United States. Say, oh, President Bush is a moron. You know, they'll go to the video and they'll be like, hey, idiot, President Obama's in his second term. Bush has been going for years. And it was like, they'll probably get insta-blocked because the person who made the video is like, duh, it's a 6-year-old video. Of course somebody talking about President Bush. So to stave off some of that on the retro, and sometimes I do look back at some of my older stuff, and it is entertaining, but it would need some explanation if I were to put it back on the channel again. And so hence we have the Retro Reel. Now here's the thing, Retro Reel, got a few things planned for 2013. I'd like to bring back my original Ashens parody that I did about the Retro Duo, but that thing's such a groaner. I may have to edit it a bit so I don't go nuts and try to watch my own video if I want to watch that thing. But yeah, it was the original Ashens parody that inspired the whole Ashens parody series thing that I did last year, towards the end of the year, with the cheap dollar store stuff and things like that. I also happen to have, I've been doing some World of Warcraft, play some stuff videos lately, taking a look at Mists of Pandaria. I actually have some footage from Burning Crusade that's been sitting on my computer for, 5 years now? Let me go find the files, actually. Let me get a date for this stuff and hope my computer's clicky sounds don't go over the, recording. I don't think so. I think it just records I think it only records the microphone stuff. One reason why I don't use the Blue Yeti more often. Okay, modified Saturday, August 30th, 2008. So this was originally going to be a play some stuff, but it was way too long for YouTube's then 10-minute limit, and I didn't feel like making a series out of it. It's like 50 minutes of gaming footage. I may edit some of it, but yeah, it's definitely going to be a blast from the past, and it has to be retro-reeled because of how old it is. Actually, I've had some stuff from Cataclysm that I never got to make a play some stuff about that I should probably retro-reel now that we're in Mists of Pandaria and the content is technically dated. But that'll be much shorter than this long stuff I've got from Burning Crusade. I'm almost to the point, though, where anything I was going to retro-reel from my old pre-widescreen days is going to be all posted. So I might actually have to make a retro reel opener for something in widescreen this year. I don't know what I'm going to do for that. But the retro reel will be as interesting as always. Plus, some of these videos are so blast from the past. It's just funny to see how even just in the 2000s compared to now with the 2010s, how much things were different back then, how much things were more primitive back then, the kind of stuff that was going on, that kind of stuff. So even though it doesn't feel like that long ago, sometimes watching these older videos, I'm like, oh man, might as well have been 1,000 years ago with how primitive things were back in those days. As far as other stuff goes, minor series and things like that, epic failed jokes. If I hear any really bad jokes, I'll put little blippy videos up making fun of them, just like I did a couple of times last year. Gaming video news is something I'd like to do again sometime. And I just got to write some funny fake news stories to make a video out of. I always had this attraction to newscasting type stuff for whatever reason. Maybe because I got a stock track that I can use in videos that sounds like a news theme and just the whole news reporting thing. Maybe it goes along with, kind of like the yin and yang type thing with the heavily opinionated stuff that I do. Sometimes it's fun to just stop soapboxing so much on this mic and just report news, even if it's, or maybe I'm just too big of a fan of The Onion. That might sum it up better than anything else. So let's wrap things up here. We talked about some of the smaller series and whatnot, and the one-off type videos that usually end up in the Multimedia Gaming Odds and Ends playlist on this channel. Go check it out. So, the vlog, the blog, radio style, the podcast, play some stuff, everything. Well, I don't really, if God willing, if I can do this kind of stuff in 2012, or 2013, there I go, messing up. See, I knew I'd do that at some point. If the bottom doesn't fall out for me this year with how lousy things have been since getting laid off about a year ago, I definitely want to continue doing this kind of stuff. I mean, YouTube is fun. Gaming is fun. Combining the two together is fun. Everything on here is fun. And definitely, if I'm able to do what I'm doing, I want to continue doing it. So let's hope and pray that I don't end up on the street this year. Very real possibility, and not happy about that at all. There's a lot of very angry people in this country right now, and it might explain some of the stuff that's landing in the news lately. With how lousy things have been, are we really that delusional to think that things can't be so bad for so long that people start snapping all over the place? I don't think so. So this wraps up the State of the Channel discussion for 2013, which is now blatantly long enough to make into a radio-style mini-series. So I think I'll do that instead of a gigantic video that would probably be longer than some of the podcasts. Plus, it gives people the opportunity to just listen to what they want when they want and slowly work their way through the content. So this is 7 parts now we're up to? Well, 7 has been traditionally a number of completion in years gone past. So this wraps up the MultimediaJay channel State of the Channel discussion for 2013, discussing where we've come from, where we are, and where we're going. Until next time, this is MultimediaJay signing off. Thanks for listening, and thanks for stopping by.